Happening, gang? It's your boy Retro back again with another reaction video. Yeah. Today we got another huge update. I know you guys could probably already tell it is going down just by that title alone. We got CNN host Dana Bash tiptoeing, dancing on that fine line, getting kicked off her network in this newest interview. Sit down with JD Vance, Donald Trump's VP and running mates, absolutely destroying yet another reporter, guys. I'm not sure when they're going to learn that JD Vance is not to be messed with. This guy is a force. I'm excited to get this update. So we're not straight into it. So make sure you guys hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Before we even get into it, you guys, hit that like button. Also hit that subscribe button for your boy. Without further ado, let's jump straight into it, guys. This is a tweet coming out from JD Vance saying this is a dishonest smear. None of this stuff is true. Listen to this. Dana Bash.
You just said that you're creating the story.
What's that, Dana?
You just said that this is a story that you created. So the eating dogs and cats thing is not accurate.
Dana, it comes from firsthand accounts from my constituents. I say that we're creating a story, meaning we're creating the American media focusing on it. I didn't create 20,000 illegal migrants coming into Springfield thanks to Kamala Harris's policies. Her policies did that, but yes, we created the actual focus that allowed the American media to talk about this story and the suffering caused by Kamala Harris's policies.
Look at her face, guys. She was so ready to try to interrupt, put another spin on JD Vance's words. I mean, they are so quick to try to do this. They try to twist, they try to turn and contort your words to fit their meanings, a different meaning than what you said. They've done this so many times. We've seen it done with Donald Trump with the bloodbath term. I mean, like, come on, you guys. Dana Bash ought to be sick and tired of, having to get up here and just try to lie to people, gaslight all day. JD Vance didn't mean any of that. He didn't create this story. It's already been out there. We all know there's firsthand accounts. Residents are going to town hall meetings and complaining about this. I mean, it's happening. It's just getting amplified now because Donald Trump and JD Vance have put the media focus on it. I mean, listen to this. Listen to this guy. She keeps going.
Dana, and they're telling me this stuff is happening. Dana, would you like to ask me questions and then let me answer them, or would you like to debate me on these topics? I noticed that when you had Kamala Harris and Tim Walz, you gave them multiple choice answers to the questions that you asked, and you allowed them to answer the questions. I'm happy to be here to talk about policy, but if you're going to interrupt me every single time that I open my mouth, then why am I even doing this? So please ask a question, and I'd ask you to be polite enough to let me answer it.
Yes, I am, and I think that.
Oh my goodness, he has her stumbling and stammering, guys. Got her on her heels. Stops her in her tracks, guys. They always like to do this. Like I said, as soon as a right-wing perspective, or anybody with a right or correct perspective, I should say, comes on, starts telling the truth about what's really happening, what we're seeing out here, firsthand accounts. They try to interrupt, they try to interject, they don't let the guests get a word in otherwise. I mean, this is a tactic of those lunatics on the left trying to interrupt so they cannot get the truth out on their network. Oh my goodness. Listen to this guy, JD Vance, absolutely go in. And look at Dana Bash's face the entire time. She is just stuck. Nothing to say otherwise.
Choice answers to the questions that you asked, and you allowed them to answer the questions. I'm happy to be here to talk about policy, but if you're going to interrupt me every single time that I open my mouth, then why am I even doing this? So
listen to her response, so she doesn't have anything to say. Oh my goodness,
ask a question, and I'd ask you to be polite enough to let me answer it.
Yes, I am, and I think that these calls from the.
Well, she said I am, and I don't like to make fun of folks, but oh my goodness, JD Vance absolutely making a mockery out of CNN host Dana Bash. It does not stop there, folks. Listen to this.
Well, Dana, first of all, what's putting the residents of Springfield at risk, which was a town completely ignored by the American media until Donald Trump and I started surfacing some of these concerns, is that they can't afford housing, they can't afford health care. The schools have been overwhelmed, the hospitals have been overwhelmed, and they're overwhelmed because Kamala Harris allowed 20,000 Haitian migrants to get dropped into a small Ohio town of about 40,000 people, and it's completely overwhelmed the services. Now, you ask, why have I talked about some of the things things that I've been talking about, let me just say this. My constituents have brought approximately a dozen separate concerns to me. 10 of them are verifiable and confirmable, and a couple of them I talk about because my constituents are telling me firsthand that they're seeing these things. So I have two options, Dana. I could ignore them, which is what the American media has done for years to this community, or I can actually talk about what people are telling me. And of course, many of the things that the media says are completely baseless have since been confirmed. For example, I was told, Dana, that by the American media, that it was baseless that migrants were capturing the geese from the local park pond and eating them. And yet there are 911 calls from well before this ever became a viral sensation of people complaining about that exact thing happening.
Notice Dana Bash doesn't have anything to say about that. She hasn't fact checked that because it's actually happening. They're trying to make Donald Trump, they're trying to make JD Vance look like absolute lunatics, like crazy folks. But the people who support them and actually know, we're getting firsthand accounts. We're not dumb. Unless you watch CNN, MSDNC, you know that there is actually a problem. There's a crisis in Springfield, Ohio, guys. Come on now. JD Vance laying it all out there. Look at her face. Dana Bash has nothing to say. I'm surprised she hasn't tried to interrupt him because he is going in absolute heater. I mean, come on, guys.
And eating them. And yet there are 911 calls from well before this ever became a viral sensation of people complaining about that exact thing happening. So my attitude is listen to my constituents. Sometimes they're going to say things that people don't like, but they're saying things that people don't like because their town has been overwhelmed, and it's my job to try to fight for them and to protect them. Kamala Harris.
Listen to her, guys. Okay, she's trying to interrupt him. I was waiting for her. I'm like, why is she letting this go? And this is CNN. Usually they would have interjected, but guys, she's trying to do the thing right now because JD Vance, he's correct. Nothing but right is what he is.
Things that people don't like, but they're saying things that people don't like because their town has been overwhelmed, and it's my job to try to fight for them and to protect them. Kamala Harris opened the border, and now these people are suffering. That's what I'm focused on, Dana.
Come on now, y'all. This is who's fighting. This is what we're all trying to, get to the main point of. Who is responsible for what we're seeing in Springfield, Ohio? Point the finger. Put the blame. Stop trying to say no one's at fault for this. No, we need to put the blame on someone. We need to hold their feet to the fire. Hold these folks accountable. And that's what JD Vance, Donald Trump are simply trying to do. And they're trying to discredit it all. They're trying to throw it out the window, make them look crazy. But we know there is a problem. Springfield, Ohio is being overrun. What did JD Vance say? 20,000 migrant Haitians being dropped off. I mean, come on, the town's only 40,000 in population. That's crazy. I bet they are overwhelmed. Look at this tweet we got coming from MTG, Marjorie Taylor Greene. It literally says, breaking, CNN has gone all in exposing Kamala Harris in all of her lies. I am shocked. They laid out 10 different things where Kamala Harris has either lied or been deceitful against Donald Trump. It seems like Kamala Harris has lost CNN. Oh my goodness. I gotta see this clip. It just, so many lies on top of lies. It's only a matter of time before folks start turning on you. Like I said, if you watch CNN, MSDNC all day and you're brainwashed, you've got that brain rot from all that content, misinformation that they spread, then yeah, you're going to be able to go along with it. But as soon as you start to sniff out that things are starting to stink around there, you go looking for answers and you get, evidence like this, proof of what we've been claiming, guys. I mean, look at this. This tweet coming out from Yashar, you can look this up, says, news. The Ohio Division of Wildlife tells TMZ that the black man holding geese in the photo that went viral was actually picking up geese after they were hit in a car accident, guys. So nothing to see here, guys. They're trying to brush this all off. More of the, left-wing mainstream media lies. So listen to it. As previously reported, the incident didn't even occur in Springfield, Ohio. It took place in Columbus, and there's no evidence that the man is Haitian or an immigrant. I mean, come on. This right here is a wake-up call for a lot of these folks. I mean, I'm so glad that JD Vance, Donald Trump are able to call this and bring light to the situation, because this is really going to, this is going to be a breaking point for a lot of folks on the left who are seeing that they look this up and they're able to easily find out, fact check that this is actually happening. You're going to hear the residents at the town hall meetings going in very frustrated no concern. They're doing news interviews. I mean, this isn't just one account. This is multiple instance on top of instance on top of instance. If they're not doing this with the wildlife, I've heard they're crashing cars, guys. They're using taxpayer dollars. They're giving these guys, food stamp, 1,500 food stamps a month. They're giving them, just random checks. They're going and buying cars. Multiple instances where I've seen they've crashed cars. The blatant waste of taxpayer dollars has to stop, guys. Hop in the comment section, man. Let me know your thoughts. Also, make sure you guys hit that like button, hit that subscribe button if you'd enjoy more content like this. Catch you guys on the next week.